Hello, this is Adam with DreamMade Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battlemechs.
Can you make the MechWarrior 2 intro make sense?
Battletech. No guts, no galaxy. Adam Steiner comes with Axeman. Other mechs sold separately.
Oh shit! Pantaloons!
Oh man!
Did we
I hope
get
they
that?
Oh my god! I hope they captured that. That was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I gotta change my drawers.
Oh jeez, that. The hell? Oh
That's what I
shit,
said.
dude! We got movie time!
It's that time! Oh,
Movie
shit.
time! Movie time!
This is HQ to any available units. We have mechs down at Nav Gamma. Bravo.
I remember very clearly the first time I ever saw this. My god.
Bandits are hostile.
Yeah, I played MechWarrior 1, so this was a little bit of an upgrade.
ETA 34 seconds.
Alpha Assault! This is Bravo Cadet! I've got bandits all over
These
me.
graphics were cutting edge.
Sit tight, Bravo 3. I've got visual.
I've got evacuators out! I'm targeting systems damage! I'm in bad shape!
Enemy detected.
Behind me, two of them! Be on the line!
Roger. I've got him. Targeting.
Ooh!
It's got a lock on me! It's got a lock on me!
Targeting.
Alright.
Warning. Ammunition level. Critical. Weapons depleted.
Alpha Assault, this is HQ. What is your situation?
Screwed. Badass.
Alpha Assault, this is HQ. What is your situation? Please comply.
Okay. So, where to start? Let's back this up.
Actually, I think we need to start where they're explaining the situation before we ever see anything, because I have thoughts about that.
Okay. So right here at the very beginning,
Yep. So,
what are we talking about here?
all right. So, near the very beginning, Cadet Bravo is reporting in, right? All right. So,
Okay.
we're dealing with cadets and not full-on clan warriors.
Okay.
Is the thought here. At least one of them is a cadet. He also notes in that they have 4 enemy contacts, not 5. They specifically refer to them as bandits. So my first thought is that we're dealing with a trainer and a cadet out on a training mission. And it would also explain a little bit further when we zoom in on the Mad Cat. Does anybody know what that symbol is? That icon, the death's head with the... That's not a clan symbol. So unless it's a unit symbol, maybe
I don't know
it's-
off the top of my head.
Yeah, like
I couldn't tell you.
so it's not a famous symbol that I'm aware of. And in this game, we're dealing with Clan Wolf and Clan Jade Falcon. So this doesn't look like any of the Clan Galaxy symbols. It doesn't look like any of the famous, like the Wolf Guards or something like that. It doesn't look
I can
like...
see kind of like a star here, maybe like a Star League type of thing. But then you see the letters TA at the bottom left.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe this is a training exercise that's gone horribly, horribly wrong.
I was gonna say that went off the rails. Okay.
Yeah. It would also explain why potentially we see 2 people making kind of strange decisions. And one of the
Such
other things
as?
that was reported is they have 4 enemy contacts. Well, clan forces operate in 5s and stars.
Right.
So, but 4 mixes quite well with a lance.
Okay.
So what I think we have here is either A, we have inner sphere people in possibly clan mechs, either captured or whatever, or we're dealing with bandit caste people. Because remember all of the clan rejects that get kind of kicked out and form their own basically pirate bands? Imagine if they got kicked out and they have a lance of, some of them have some summoners, is what I think might be going on here.
I don't know. That seems out there to me. Not that it's not a good theory, but at the same time, I just feel like bandits is such a colloquial term, especially for the time it was made. I mean, it's a common dog-fighting term. So I don't know. I don't imagine, but you know what? At the same time, this game was super deep when it comes to lore. Like, you could go into the archives of this game and just sit there and read for hours stories about, clan battles, and it's all just on there. Stuff that most folks never go through and read. So I'm not discounting it as possible. It's maybe on the outside fringe possible, but I guess I just really feel like it was more just using the standard term bandits to describe bogeys.
I'm much more certain of the training Sipco theory of this than I am of the bandits. Like, that could be either way. It could be that the 5th member, the commander of this star, is hanging back, and that's why they were only picking up 4 contacts, possibly. I mean, there's a lot that you could go in there, but I'm pretty certain on this training theory here.
Oh, I see that. I don't think is far-fetched. I think that these guys are on a training mission and things have gone off the rails, and now you have to call in the big heavy hitters, right? So let's move on to the first actual shot here.
Yep. All right. So he's clearly already damaged.
Well, yeah, he's been fighting with these guys, and he's a cadet.
All right. So up, boom.
All right. That's tough. Let's see. You're talking about a summoner. It's got at least 20 armor on the right and left torsos that I recall off the top of my head. But let me just double check here for grins and giggles. Yep, 22 points armor. So to get an ammo explosion, you'd have to hit the left torso twice. And those are particle cannons. We know that from the game. So I don't know. I feel like this is movie magic. I just feel like to get this, you'd have to get so ridiculously lucky.
Well, he could already be damaged. He's been fighting these guys for a while.
I mean, it's possible, but again, you just like in the other video where we were talking about the precedent that is set when you see a unit on screen that's damaged. If something were to have damage on it, I imagine that they would show you in some way. It would be evident. Mm-hmm. Because it's part of the plot.
Oh yeah, it's real hard to make this happen either way,
I mean, yeah, like I say, Snake Eyes, 3 crits, engine. Oh, okay, sure. In the realm of all things possible, could it happen? Well, yeah. But, I mean, is it likely to happen once in 100 games? Probably not. So, I mean, you might get it once, but even then, I wouldn't bank on that. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Either there's stuff we didn't see, or if we're going by that rule, it's the luckiest roll anybody has ever made. Like, 2 particle cannon hits completely destroys a summoner. That's,
Okay, so let's look at it like this. The summoner only has 27 armor in the center torso. So, 7 is the most commonly rolled number on a set of 2d6, right?
Yep.
Therefore, it might not be terribly uncommon to see 2 particle cannons go directly to the center torso. Just bang, bang, right? Okay, that would get you internal. Now, it's not going to cause it won't be enough to core you out, so you're not going to stack pole him.
No.
You'd have to get at that would be where the luck would come in. You'd have to get 3 crits right there, and it would have to all go to the engine. And remember, the 5 slot in the center torso has a jump jet in it, so you have less reroll opportunities than normal. So it's difficult to go engine. Even though there's 6 crits, believe me, you hit gyro more often than you think.
And if you go slowly forward, if memory serves me, this guy comes down in 2 pieces.
Does he? I don't ever recall seeing that. Yeah, okay, you're talking about over here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see what looks like maybe a gun.
And then there's
Otherwise
a rock or the other piece right there. So, yeah. Maybe I took that as a kid that he came down in like several pieces, but...
Or if you hit the left torso 2 times, that would be enough to go internal, and then you could get an ammo explosion. I mean... Maybe it's a little more possible than what I thought. If you're 8 is the second, it's like 42 some odd % of the time, if I don't miss my guess from that video that I made, that you'll hit it if you need an 8. Like you need to roll exactly that. So, and I've had people do that to me in real life. Shoot me with 2 PPCs from downrange at partial cover, still hit me in the left torso 2 fucking times, and then the next turn somebody hits me with an SRM, kills my ammo, and there I go, less than an hour into the game.
Now I can make this.
It's not that impossible, I guess.
I can make this possibly more, with a little rules finagling, a little more likely. We're dealing with Omni-Mechs here. This appears to be the PPC variant of the Mad Cat, but we never see him shoot missiles. So what if he's rocking a targeting computer? Because if I remember correctly, a targeting computer will let you make a shot on a specific, will up your chances of hitting a called shot.
Hello, Future Adam here. During editing, I pulled the Mad Cat record sheets I have access to. I thought the Timberwolf in this video was a custom, and I think that just as likely after looking at these. The Mad Cat A, or the PPC version I am most familiar with, has dual PPCs, but only 1 Streak 6. Clearly, this mech has dual missile launchers, and has machine guns the A does not. The D has the PPCs and 2 Streak 6s forward, as well as 2 rear, and also lacks the machine guns. None of the other Mad Cat sheets I have access to carry PPCs. Well, I just can't leave well enough alone, so I went on Sarna and found this, the in configuration. If a non-standard configuration is out of the question, this is the closest thing I could find. 2 large missile launchers, dual PPCs, and machine guns. And the machine guns are in the side torsos. And he shoots them from the arms. Close enough, I guess. Let me know what you think. Now, back to it.
He's carrying missiles in this frame here.
Yeah.
See, they're loaded.
Yeah, and they're not the SRM, so I guess that doesn't work.
Nope. Like I say, this explosion here, I can see happening if you get a couple of center torso hits, or you get a couple of left torso hits. You'd have to hit the same location. It's not unheard of to do that. I've done it. I've seen other people do it. I've had it done to me. So, okay, I'm gonna flip flop. I'm gonna say that it's possible. I could do that.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep. If you hit a side torso and caught that ammo with both PPCs, I mean, it'd be a hard shot. But maybe this guy's like elite or something, because he is maybe training this guy. And then out.
So this right here all seems normal. Those machine guns aren't doing anything to him. No
Not
lucky
really.
crits, but I mean, he is
No.
taking some damage.
Yep, and I think he took maybe a hit or two there. From
Now
that.
this is going to be weird.
Yeah.
But it's like he puts his boom. See, it's like he puts his particle cannon directly up against his face.
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's nowhere else he could hit but square in the jaw. You like Mike Tyson with the uppercut.
Yep, and if that's supposed to be a PPC, and it kind of looks like maybe they accidentally did an autocannon. Which arm is the PPC in? Because he's shooting what, the left arm there?
Yeah. The right arm is the PPC, the left arm is the LB10XAC. So it may not be wrong to have it be an autocannon.
Okay.
And that would still be enough to get internal on a head. If you shot it right in the face, you'd have to get a cockpit critical hit at that point. But again, that's not that hard to do once you're already in there. It's a matter of rolling an 8 and then rolling a 3, which I've done it plenty.
Yeah, especially if he's using solid rounds instead of
Right.
cluster shot.
Which
So-
I would imagine he is.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it's a little strange, but you know, these kind of things happen on the tabletop.
It's so funny though that right here in this frame that looks like a PPC arm, and I don't see an arm over there.
It's behind him. He's swinging his
Oh.
arms because we see it again when it comes back into frame. See right there.
Okay. Never paid
Ow.
that close of attention to it. There it is. I see it. You're right. It's right behind him.
Yep. Boom.
Okay. So I'm gonna say plausible on all this stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, he made some weird decisions. Just shooting the machine guns, and it may make sense that he's not carrying much machine gun ammo if he's on a training mission. You know why? Why load this thing full of ammo if you're just supposed to be walking around teaching these guys the very basics, possibly? So,
Well, okay, hold on. Keep in mind that let's go back to that shot where he makes the first shot, because I gotta see something here. So boom, he fires at 38 seconds.
yep. And he could be.
We are still. Oh, stop right there. We started firing the machine guns at 45 seconds. Now, I have a point, so bear with me here. Remember that a turn of combat in Battletech is 10 seconds. So, why did he fire the machine guns? He just shot his PPC. We are still in the 10-second window of I can't do anything else yet. So, he's firing his machine guns right now because you're still in the same fire phase.
Yep.
See, as he fired the particle cannons. So I don't know that that's a weird decision so much as I could reflect that on the tabletop. Now, where it gets weird is at 48 seconds. Now we are back into you could fire this again if you want. And clan PPCs have no minimum range, so why he wouldn't fire it here or why he can't shoot it here, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's at it. Yeah.
Because the ammo is not relevant. I mean, the particle cannons. You've had the 10-second window elapse, and see, we're in a second fire phase now because he took a pot shot at the Timberwolf before he went around that rock outcropping there. And then when he came back around it, he's firing his tin cannon, so we are in a separate turn of fire. That Mad Cat should have been able to shoot. The first time you get a pass. That time he should have, with no minimum range, he should have fired.
Yeah. Yeah, or as some of his other weapons, because if we are dealing with the PPC variant or configuration of the Mad Cat,
Yeah.
I think it has SRMs instead of LRMs, if memory serves.
It does, yes.
Yeah. So he could have shot.
It's a Streak SRM6 system.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he could have. Okay, so if he's shooting the machine guns, that would kind of make sense because he just sucked at least 30 heat to fire those two PPCs, and
Right.
he might have had 32 from running when that same turn of him moving into position and coming around the corner. Okay, that was
the Mad Cat A has 40 heat sink capacity. You can fire those 2 particle cannons and like 2 out of the 3 medium pulse lasers before it starts to go into heat scan range.
Man,
that's one of my favorite variants. Trust me, I know it like the back of my hand.
Yeah, I do mostly Intersphere, so going by memory on some of this stuff. So yeah, shooting the machine guns in doesn't make much sense. Then he should have been rocking those lasers out at the Thor as a secondary target.
If that's what he was carrying. But at the very least, we know he had particle cannons. And I guess the only explanation here is, well, I don't want to fire my missiles or my particle cannons up close because then that will generate some huge explosion and that's going to harm me, I guess. In the tabletop, that never happens. You just fire with impunity, and that's all there is to it. But, I mean, in a situation, in a cinematic situation, I should say, like this, I can't fire that stuff because my target is literally right here, and the splash damage will engulf me.
Wait,
he doesn't seem all that worried about it. Blowing that guy up at point blank range, though.
Well, I mean, he's either got at least 2 more friends, because they said that there were 4 contacts. So he's either got 2 more friends back there, or he's the last out of all 4 of them, and somehow the cadet took out 2 of them. And he's like, well, I'm going to die anyway, so pop, and if it, I'm going to take you with me, kind of thing.
We never see that, so that I got no clue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they specifically mentioned 4. We see 2, so there's 2 out there somewhere.
Well, shit, man. They only needed the first 2.
Yeah.
And of that, they only lost the 1.
So, yeah, either that cadet did a really good job, or he's just waiting for his buddies to catch up. All right, well, I hope that answered your questions and that we made sense of that video a little more. It is a classic video. Gotta love it. Thanks for Tuck with Battlebound for joining me. You want to shout anything out, Tuck?
Oh, Paws vs. Claws 2 coming at you about mid-April, if I'm lucky. Check me out.
Coming whenever we get around to it.
Battlebound, baby. Check it out.
All right, thanks, man, and we'll check you out on another one.
Glad to be here. Thank you, sir.
Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.